Hi, hello, and welcome to our today's class. Our today's topic is Should Wizard Hit Mommy? It was taken from book called Vistas. The author of this story was John Updike. Before going to the story, let us discuss about John Updike briefly. John Updike, his full name was John Hoyer Updike. He was born on 18th March 1932 and he completed his education in Pennsylvania, United States. And he was died on 27th January 2009. So the speciality of John Updike was he was a famous American writer and he was a special person in writing novels, short stories, and poetries. This was about John Updike. Now let us go to discuss about today's topic. So here, first, before going to lesson, I want to tell you that this story shows the bond between parents and children. That means parents' duty is to understand the feelings of the children because their brain was very small. They don't think broadly like parents. So parents also should understand their feelings and they should act according to their age and they should act according to their mentalities. So here this is a story about the world view of a little child and the difficult moral question she raises during the story session with her father. So here the Jack, he was a narrator. While he was explaining story, his daughter raises many questions. Then how did he react? So let us see in the lesson. In the evenings and for Saturday naps like today's, Jack told his daughter Jo a story out of his head. The name of his daughter was Jo. That means full name was Joanne. So they called her as Jo, and he used to tell the story out of his head. Out of his head means he will create the story by himself. This custom began when she was 2, was itself now nearly 2 years old, and his head felt empty. Now, whenever she was 2 years, he started telling stories to her, but now she was 4 years. Within these 2 years, he forgot how to create. That means total his brain became empty. That means his creativity has come to an end. He created many stories with his brain, but now he was feeling difficult to create stories to tell to his daughter. Custom means habit. Each new story was a slight variation of a basic tale. A small creature, usually named Roger Fish, Roger Squirrel, Roger Chipmunk, had some problem and went with it to the wise old owl. The owl told him to go to the wizard, and the wizard performed a magic spell that solved the problem, demanding in payment a number of pennies greater than the number that Roger creature had, but in the same breath directing the animal to a place where the extra pennies could be found. So here, whenever he starts the stories, he uses one common word called Roger, and he will create other animal along with Roger, like Roger Fish, Roger Squirrel, Roger Chipmunk. So the routine story. So whenever the Roger gets problems, immediately Roger used to go to wise old owl to solve a problem. Immediately the owl also suggests Roger to go and meet a wizard, and when Roger met wizard, then immediately wizard used to perform a magic spell and immediately Roger's problem will be solved. But Wizard used to demand lot of pennies greater than the number that Roger Creature had. So generally, whenever Roger goes, Wizard used to demand pennies. Pennies means money. Pennies more than Roger Creature had. But at the same time, Wizard advised him to go to place where extra pennies could be found. Then Roger was so happy he played many games with other creatures and went home to his mother just in time to hear the train whistle that brought his daddy home from Boston. So, after solving the problem, Roger used to play with his friends. Used to play with many creatures, and after completing the game, Roger used to go to house to meet his daddy, because his daddy, he could come from Boston in the train. Whenever train whistle comes, then they decide that their daddy was reached. Jack described their supper and the story was over. So with this, the story was over. So Roger played, and later on Dad came and the story was finished. This was the routine story used by the Jack. Roger will be the common thing. Owl will be common, Wizard will be common, but the story will be different. Working his way through this scheme was especially fatiguing on Saturday because Joe never fell asleep in naps anymore, and knowing this made the ride seem futile. So here fatiguing means tired. So here especially naps, short sleeps on afternoon, especially Saturday afternoon, Joe has to sleep. So daily in the night time he used to tell stories, but on every Saturdays he used to tell stories to his daughter, but it was very difficult for him to make her sleep. So it felt fatiguing. That means he was tired of this procedure, and telling this story sometimes rite seem futile. Rite means ritual. That means telling the story will be useless. He thought that sometimes telling the story will be useless. Futile means useless. The little girl, not so little anymore, the bumps her feet made under the covers were halfway down the bed, their big double bed that they let her be in for naps, and when she was sick, had at last arranged herself, and from the way her fat face deep in the pillow shone in the sunlight, sifting through the drawn shades, it did not seem fantastic that some magic would occur and she would take her nap like an infant of 2. So generally, totally, especially afternoon, Saturday afternoon, she used to cover with bed sheets, but it was very trouble for him to make her sleep. So she did not sleep properly, and she covers bed sheet, everything half. She did not go into deep sleep. So these many problems were faced. So whenever the sunshine, sometimes sunlight will be fallen on her, and a pillow shone in the sunlight shifting through the drawn shade. Sometimes her face looks very beautiful due to sunlight. So all these things were happening, but it was not easy for Jack to make her sleep because she was not 2 years old. Now she was 4 years old. So some magic would occur to make her sleep. He has to do some magic. So it was very difficult for him to make her sleep. But Joe had one brother, Bobby. He was only 2 years, but he was sleeping. He had sound sleep. Her brother Bobby was 2 and already asleep with his bottle. Jack asked, "Who shall the story be about today?" Now, it was story time. Now, who shall the story be about today? Jack questioned to his daughter. Now, who shall the story be about today? Then immediately Joe answered like this: Roger, because she knows that Roger is the common thing. Roger is the common thing. So Roger. Jo squeezed her eyes shut and smiled to be thinking she was thinking. Her eyes opened, her mother's blue skunk, she said firmly. So same dialogue. Then immediately her eyes also were looking like Joe's eyes also were looking just like her mother skunk. Skunk means we know very well. It was a cat-sized mammal. So he don't like Jack. Jack generally he don't likes the opinions of the ladies especially. So she also looks like her mother. So it created a kind of nervous to Jack. A new animal they must talk about skunks. At nursery school, having a fresh hero momentarily stirred Jack to creative enthusiasm. All right, he said. Once upon a time in the deep dark woods there was a tiny little creature by the name of Roger Skunk, and he smelled very bad. Now, okay, again the same thing was Roger. Now he started story Roger, but now the animal was skunk. What is that? Skunk. Skunk means an American cat-sized mammal. American cat-sized mammal with black and white fur. With black and white fur, and he started because she has to explain. Maybe she has to talk about skunks at nursery school. Joe has to talk about skunk at nursery school. That's why she was listening very carefully whenever her father started the lesson, and he said that skunk was smelled very badly. Yes, Joe said. That means always Joe was irritating him because she was disturbing him while explaining the lesson. That's why he did not like this kind of nature. He didn't expect this kind of nature from his daughter, but she was always discussing because that is the common story. She knows very well because day by day she was growing and she was understanding the concept of her father. He smelled so bad that none of the other little woodland creatures would play with him. Joe looked at him solemnly. She hadn't foreseen this. Solemnly means very seriously. So he smells so bad. He smells so bad so that other animals, other woodland means forest animals, forest creatures, they would not come forward to play with Joe. So that's what Joe was observing his father. Joe was observing her father very solemnly, means very seriously. She had not foreseen this. Foreseen this means be aware of. Jack continued with zest. Zest means with lot of enthusiasm. With lot of enthusiasm, he continued with zest, remembering certain humiliations of his own childhood. So generally, Jack also he faced some humiliations. Humiliations means sometimes we will be criticized by others. Otherwise, sometimes some people will try to decrease our pride in front of society. So this is called humiliation. So Jack also maybe he faced some humiliations when he was child. So by imagining that stories, by imagining his own story, he created the story of Roger Skunk. All of the other tiny animals would cry, "Oh ho, here comes Roger Stinky Skunk," and they would run away, and Roger Skunk would stand there all alone, and two little round tears would fall from his eyes. So here, whenever the Roger Skunk used to go to play with their friends, play with her friends, play with his friends, immediately the other animals used to tell that, "Oh ho, here comes Roger Stinky Skunk." Stinky means very bad smell, skunk has come, please. Then immediately others animal would run away from there. Due to that, she would fall tears from his eyes. So some tears has fallen from his eyes, from Roger's eyes. The corners of Joe's mouth drooped down and her lower lip bent forward as she traced with a forefinger along the side of her nose the course of one of Roger Skunk's tears. So immediately she was very interesting because she has to talk about Roger Skunk in the nursery school. That's what Joe was very interesting in this story. That's what she here explaining. The author was explaining that corners of Joe's mouth drooped down. Mouth drooped, just she stretched mouth forward and her lower lip bent forward and she traced a forefinger along the side of nose and she was listening very carefully about Roger Skunk's tears. Won't he see the owl? She asked in a high and faintly roughened voice. Then she knows that generally whenever Roger would get problem, Roger will used to go to owl to see the problem. Again here Jack's daughter disturbed him. Immediately said, because she was growing now. Whenever she was 2 years, she did not ask any questions. But now she was 4 years and she was asking many questions to her father. So won't he see the owl again? Then she suggested him that she can go and meet owl to solve this problem. In a faintly roughened voice. Sitting on the bed beside her, Jack felt the covers tug as her legs switched tensely. He observed. She covered some part, but he observed her legs and all. She was very tense about the tears of Roger's Skunk. He was pleased at this moment. He was telling her something true, something she must know, and had no wish to hurry on. So, as this story was created from his childhood, so he wanted to tell the story very slowly. He don't want to rush, he don't want to hurry to tell the story, but she was asking many questions to tell the story fast. But downstairs a chair scraped and he realized he must get down to help Claire paint the living room woodwork. Claire is Jack's wife and Joe's mother, and immediately he heard some chair noise. That means his wife was working there. So which work she was doing? She was painting the living room woodwork. But now he wanted to go and help her downstairs. But here she was not sleeping because it is afternoon time, Saturdays, naps. Generally she could not sleep properly on Saturday's afternoon, and it was very difficult for Joe to make her sleep. Well, now he started again. Well, he walked along very sadly and came to a very big tree, and in the tip top of the tree was an enormous wise old owl. Now he started the story as it is. Roger, he went to meet the wise old owl. Tip top means right on the top. So sadly went from that place and he met enormous wise old owl. Then old owl said, Good, Mr. Owl, Roger Skunk said. Mr. Owl, Roger Skunk said, all the other little animals run away from me because I smell so bad. Then Roger Skunk explained her problem that all animals were running away from me because I was smelling very bad. Then Owl inquired, so you do? The owl said, Really? Very bad smell was coming from your body. Yes, very, very bad. What can I do? Roger Skunk said, and he cried very hard. Then Roger Skunk asked to Owl that, what can I do, my dear Owl? What to do? By explaining this, he cried very hard. Then immediately Joe disturbed him again. The wizard, Joe shouted and sat right up, and a little golden book spilled from the bed. Immediately Joe disturbed him. Let him to go and meet wizard. Let him to go and meet wizard, because she was very curious to know what will happen the next. Now Joe dad is telling the story. Do you want to tell daddy the story? Now he got irritation. Now daddy wants to tell the story. That means you are creating story and you are explaining the story. Then daddy, he don't like this kind of nature. So he said that if you want to tell the story, then I will stop. Then why are you disturbing in the middle? No, you, me. Then lie down and be sleepy, he said. Then she said that no, I don't tell, please you only tell. Then he said, lie down and be sleepy. Her head relapsed onto the pillow and she said, out of your head. Well, the owl thought and thought. At last he said, why don't you go see the wizard? Daddy, what? Then here same, what she expected, same thing was happened. Then owl thought for a while and said, you go and meet wizard. To go and meet wizard. That means the owl questioned that, why don't you go and see the wizard?